Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks, and welcome back to the channel formerly known as Gartshore's Garage and now beautifully named the Duke of Huzza. That's me. I am the Duke of Huzza. Don't ask. A lot of things have been going on in the Gartshore world of late, and it's time to change a few things. And one of the things that's going to change is, of course, this channel. This is my second channel. If you only watch this channel and don't watch the other one, go and check it out. It's where I do lots of music things. I'm basically a professional musician in real life and concentrate on the organ of all instruments. There's a bit of piano in there as well. And actually in the future there will be some more instruments too, just for fun, but it's mainly organ. And that's my main channel, Vanessa Gartshore, where I predominantly play the organ. Lots of live streams, lots of other content, and lots of goodies coming up too. However, this channel, the Automotive channel, is changing. Oh my goodness me, it's changing. We are going to be very busy on the Automotive channel for three reasons. One of the reasons, I don't know if you can see it in the background, is my little Audi A2 that we bought a few years ago for my darling wife, Vanessa, the Duchess, to play. When you say the Duchess, that sounds weird, doesn't it? You imagine some big voluminous woman with hair in a bun shouting at people, but no, she's definitely not like that. She's a gorgeous blonde. So anyway, never mind. That was a car we bought for her to potter off to university with. And actually it's hardly driven at all since we've had it. I think we've covered 4,000 or 5,000 kilometers, which is nothing. It's like 3,000 miles since we bought the car a good few years ago now. And my plan is actually slightly different with that car now. I'm going to restore it to perfection. Because Audi A2s are now, well over 20 years old, and they're turning into sort of modern classics. And their values are only going in one direction, which is rather exciting. We paid about 2,000 euros for that car a few years ago. And it's worth at least 3 times that now. Woohoo! I don't think I've ever had any kind of profit on any car ever in the past. So that's good. Now, number 2 is the one I'm sitting in. This is my flying chicken. I call it the flying chicken because I think the Skoda symbol rather cheekily looks like a flying chicken. It's obviously not. It's supposed to be a Native American's headdress, but I think it looks like a flying chicken. So I call my Skoda Kodiaq, or Skoda Kodiaq, that's the Sean Connery version. I call this my flying chicken. And we've had this car since it was new, back in 2019. Now, I didn't buy it because that would be stupid. I leased it. I use this as my, I say, company car. I'm a self-employed musician, and this is my tax car, basically. I write it off against tax, etc., etc. So after the 3-year lease, there was the offer at the end. Do you want to sort of continue using the car? And I actually bought it out of the lease. I financed it out of the lease. So we've still got it, and I intend to keep this forever because it's an absolutely wonderful family car. Vanessa and I became parents last year, and this is the best family car you can have. There's oodles of space in it, front and back, and in the boot, or the trunk, as you might say in other parts of the world. And we've just been on a little holiday. We spent a week in the north of Italy just now, and this car was full to the brim of stuff that you need when you're going on holidays with 2 people and a baby. And it was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And for that reason, and probably no other reason, well, actually, it's very economical too. And it's dead easy to work on. I'm just going to keep it until it falls apart, basically. And then there's number 3, the third reason for this channel, and it's a car I still haven't introduced to you yet. And there's a good reason for that, because I'm doing things the other way around. Most car YouTubers will sit down and say, look, I bought the cheapest, I bought the worst, I bought the best, I bought the blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and then they do a series of what's wrong with it. And they never basically get it finished, and then they sell it at a huge loss and cry and get clicks and things like that. Well, I, rather stupidly, I'm doing it the other way around. I bought the car 2 years ago now. I bought it 2 years ago. I financed it, which was a bit of a risk. I bought it 2 years ago, and since then I have been restoring it and doing all the videos on it already. So when I finally introduce it to you, which will hopefully be very soon, it will be completely finished. And I will say, I just restored, etc., etc. Now, having said that, it's a kind of car where you're never finished restoring it. So there will be plenty of future content on that as well. It's a wonderful machine. Oh my goodness me. Everybody should have one. It's as simple as that. A lot of YouTubers do have one. I think I was pretty much the first back then to get one. I should have introduced it at the time, but for some reason I didn't. My plan was another one. Yeah, they're wonderful. They're absolutely wonderful. Everybody should have one. And I think you should all go out and buy one because it would save the planet. But I still think you should go and buy one. It's wonderful. Anyway, so it's gradually being finished. Then it goes for its MOT, and then I will be driving it around all the time as well. And it's absolutely wonderful. And let's face it, if you're going to be a Duke of Huzza, you have to drive a Duke-style car. And this is definitely a Duke-style car. It's wonderful. When I say car, is it even a car? It's a motor vehicle. It's a horseless carriage. No, it's wonderful. Anyway, so it's going to be finished. Well, it's going to be roadworthy again very soon. It wasn't unroadworthy. I made it unroadworthy by taking it to bits. But gradually it's getting put back together again, and everything's being done on it, which I am filming, of course. We've had some easy jobs on it. We've had some incredibly difficult jobs on it. We've had some very sweary jobs on it. It's one of those cars, when you start working on it, you develop a very bad language. You swear a lot when you're working on one of these things. They're not difficult to work on. They're just annoying to work on. They have a reputation for being unreliable, which I think is very unfair. They're no less reliable than any other kind of car. However, they're just stupidly annoying to work on, so people don't repair them. And then, of course, things break, and then the image of unreliability ensues. That's a good word. They're not unreliable. They're not any less reliable than this. Oh God, I shouldn't have said that. I've jinxed it now, haven't I? Yeah, so there you are. So the new name of the channel, what I'm going to do for a while, it was Gartshore's Garage. So I'm going to call it the Duke of Huzza / Gartshore's Garage for a while. And then when things really take off, we're going to get rid of Gartshore's Garage, and it's just going to be the Duke of Huzza. And the idea is that every video should include some kind of Huzza moment. Or probably, because I'm working on cars by myself and I am not a trained mechanic in any way. This is purely my hobby. So yes, I do break things because I'm stupid. And so there will be moments, there will be a lot of anti-Huzza moments, negative Huzzas. So we need to come up with a catchphrase for that. Can you help me out there? Can you think of a negative? The positives are the Huzza. Those are the moments where everything works. And then we need a word for the moments where things don't work. Can you help me out with that? Answers in the comments below, please. Yeah, so that's it. There's a little update, a very brief update. More content will be coming very soon. One of the most important things that's going to happen is that the Flying Chicken, needs a bloody good clean. Now, car cleaning videos are terribly dull, but I'm going to be going into every single nook and cranny of this car, and I'm going to be removing baby sick from the back seats and things like that. It's not that bad, actually, because we do tend to keep on top of these things. But yeah, well, baby seats and wife hair and general bits of human bodies and God knows what else lands in a car. That's going to be the inside of it. We're going to do a video on the inside and a video on the outside. I've never done anything to this car since I bought it. It occasionally goes through a mechanical car wash, which is terrible. You shouldn't do it. It's white, so you don't see it. But my plan is to really clean it. Every little corner, get the old brushes out, and you know, the what do you call them, the earbuds, you know, really clean every little nook and cranny of the car inside and out. And then I want to polish it up, get the paintwork perfect again, and then put some kind of one of those ceramic coatings. That's the plan, just to sort of look after it a bit. I'm going to keep this car for a long time, so I want to, really look after it. So that's going to be one of the plans on that. That's possibly one of the next videos. It's August 2024 at the time of filming. So, yeah, I don't know how much summer we've got left of this year. But before the summer disappears forever, obviously, I actually want to get all three cars spotlessly clean and, what's the word we're looking for? Protected. That's a good word. Protected. Excuse me looking over there all the time during the video. My neighbour, she's got chickens in her garden. And the chickens, they're very spooky chickens. They've just, I don't have my glasses, so I can't see exactly what it is, but it looks like one of the chickens has discovered a dead mouse. and all the chickens are fighting with this one chicken over the dead mouse. Yeah, spooky, very spooky chickens. Life in the country. It's absolutely wonderful. So there you have it. There's a brief update of what's happening on the channel. I hope you will be with me. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Our next goal is 5,000 subscribers. So help me out with that. Let's get the channel up to 5,000 subscribers. Then we're going to go and hit 10,000. And my plan is actually with this channel, the car channel, to get it to 100,000 at some point. That is my goal. The music channel, I'm at sort of 51, 52,000 on there at the time of recording. And I think one day we might get it up to 100,000 as well. But I think it's easier to get the car channel up to 100,000. So are you with me? I hope you are. If you want to see some amateur idiot working on his own cars, testing cars as well, I've got a few things lined up actually, going out and testing cars, including the controversial world of the electric motor vehicle. That's coming up maybe this year. Yeah, I think towards the end of the year we should be able to get that sorted. And also some fun cars as well. So I'll be driving around in some very fun cars. My goal with this channel is well, basically to show you how stupid I am playing around with my cars. It forces me to work on my cars as well. But also, thanks to the magic of YouTube and its monetization program, I can earn a few peanuts as well, which, well, hopefully will keep me in fuel for these vehicles. But as things increase, I'm actually hoping that we might get the odd sponsor on the channel as well. And that's good, because that means then I can do some upgrades. And one of the upgrades is... it's a car I've always wanted. I don't know why. Everybody seems to want one these days. Probably because they're very cheap, but they're ludicrously hard to work on. But I've always wanted one. And I've never had one. Over the years, I've had many, many wonderful cars, and I'll be telling you about that in a future video as well. But I've always lusted after, and if you're going to be, if you're going to be a Duke, then you have to have one at some point. A Bentley, obviously. Now, Rolls-Royce are for people with new money. That's they're new money cars. Nothing wrong with a Rolls-Royce at all, but if you want a bit of class, it has to be a Bentley. It really has to be a Bentley. I've always wanted one. Now, I'd love an old Bentley, something like a Bentley Turbo R, one of the last Turbo Rs from the 90s. But they are just money pits. You need a full-time garage to look after one of those. Then there's the slightly more modern one, the Arnage, after the BMWs took over. The Arnage is a nice car. Again, prices, values are sort of down in the dumps at the moment, so you can pick one up for not that much. But it's all basically the same kit, so they're not very reliable. I would quite like one of those. And then, of course, there's the modern-day Bentleys, the Continentals, the Continental Flying Spur, and things like that. That would be a good Bentley to start with. To be honest, it's not really a Bentley. I've only ever driven one. I drove a Continental Flying Spur once. And it's a great experience. It's a wonderful car, big, fast, comfortable, luxurious. But it's full of sort of Volkswagen Audi switchgear. So is it really a Bentley as such? So if you really want a Bentley, the one to go for is... Actually, I'm going to ask you, what do you think the one to go for is? If you really want a proper gentleman's Bentley, what would you go for? It's the Mulsanne, isn't it? They are still stupid money, but I would love one of those things. They're just over the top. It's the last iteration of Bentley's legendary 6 3/4 V8 bi-turbo engine. They pump out stupid amounts of power, huge amounts of torque. They're overly luxurious, but they have an air of "get out of my way, you peasant" about them, which is wonderful, which I absolutely love. There's a guy not far from here in this part. I'm of course originally from the UK, but I've been living in Germany for 25 years now. And there's a guy around here. I think he's probably one of the richest people in Germany. He has a wonderful car collection. He drives it. You see him driving around in his Rolls-Royce Dawn convertible on the weekends. But his sort of day-to-day car, he sits in the back and gets chauffeured about. He's a rather successful businessman. He gets chauffeured about, and that's a Bentley Mulsanne. And he's the only one that's got one of those around here. And you see them occasionally wafting about in this thing. And I think that's just the perfect car. I love it. I absolutely love it. So that, believe it or not, is my ultimate goal for the channel. Now, that's a long way off, obviously. But yeah, who wants to see me driving around in a Bentley Malzahn? Well, I do. Anyone else? Let me know. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for sticking around and putting up with me and all the chit-chat videos, but I promise you the next ones are going to be very informative and full of good fun content, mainly of me swearing and breaking things. So I hope you're going to join me for that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you very soon in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot a huzzah moment. Don't forget to subscribe. When you subscribe, use the word huzzah! Oh, and look, and give the video a thumbs up as well. That lets YouTube know that something's happening. See you for the next one. Bye-bye.